thought, okay, I've got to buy some properties somehow to start making some money. So I remortgaged my house, took 90 grand out and bought 4 properties up in the Northeast. Just, I don't know, I didn't really look that much into it. I didn't even go and view them. I literally just did the numbers and the yield and thought, okay, if I put this in, I'll get that out. And I remember the very first property I was looking at was on Rightmove, and that taught me to not buy properties on Rightmove ever again, because it's like going in the jungle, you know. And the competition was immense. The people that were fighting over this property, and I don't know how I got it in the end. It was a 3-bed terraced house in Middlesbrough, TS. I bought it for 59 grand, and actually now I've turned it into a mini HMO, and I'm kind of doing student lets for international students in it now for Middlesbrough University, and that's going quite well. But when I started out, it had tenants in there. It was a bit of a state. I didn't really know about the university thing, but yeah, in the end, actually, that's done pretty well and gone up quite well, and that the yield's really good now. The other 3 that I bought after that Rightmove experience of buying that property, I just thought, you know what, the only way I can scale up quickly is by coming off Rightmove and starting to use my network. So I just, I was asking my broker, anybody I knew, do you know anybody that's selling like parts of portfolios? So instead of buying single properties, I could buy batches of like 3 or whatever's around, really, just to kind of create a bit more of an income and scale up much quicker. So my broker at the time, he goes, oh yeah, I know somebody up in the Northeast as well, and he's an estate agent and he knows people that, portfolio landlords and stuff that are getting rid of parts of their stock. So he referred me to somebody. I just rang up this guy and look, got anything going? I want to buy batches of houses. Oh yeah. This, funny you mention it. Somebody I know that's selling 3 in one go. Are you interested? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Because these are all tenanted. I wasn't doing anything flash. I wasn't doing any refurbs. It was just a matter of buying some houses to get some income going. As I say, I was starting out, so I wasn't really doing buy-refurbish-refinance or anything like that. So after I basically at that time, I had a house that I bought in London, that I bought to live in 2006, and that house is always untouchable. And I was always that thinking, it's that common saying, my house is my pension. It's all going to be all right. I'm just going to leave that alone, and then when it comes to the time, I can use that house. But it wasn't until I started learning about numbers and property and pensions and all of that, I suddenly realized that that's probably the worst pension I could have. I'd probably only last about 8 years if I use the money, if I sold that house and use that money to live, basically. So I started doing buy-refurbish-refinance, took a bit of money out of that house, and then I was a bit more measured in the properties I bought after that. So I used the same system, used my network, asked around, found somebody else who was also selling another batch of 3 properties. So I bought those. They were a bit knackered. So I used some of that money out of that house, bought those houses, added some value, did a bit better on it, got some money out of it, and then kept going a bit more. So slowly, I was starting to learn about how to utilize that kind of strategy. So that did pretty well.
Real advice from real investors. Access it free at ypn.plus.